The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Georgia's offense takes the field to start this game off.
I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking
There he goes! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team that allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots,
including at quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, you always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one. This year, that position's got to play well.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition of the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's tackled at the 48-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
The Bulldogs will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. Off the play fake on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives. Breaks into the open. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Finds his man, it's Frazier. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone. The captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Wallace. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little.
time to get to that first down marker. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Got out of trouble and throws. Got it in the middle. It's Wallace. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous. Making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Runs through the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's Watkins. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And incomplete on the deep ball. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. Going fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession. You're coming off the field.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Dogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Past the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. He's got him still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for the goal line. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Wide out trying to get it in. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here no matter where you are in the field. Keep this drive going.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Running into the open space. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Now improvising. He's going to take off. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Belt. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Stockton. This one's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He'll try to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Diggs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Rebels in the hurry up. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He got it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom date. They're trailing by 21 to Tennessee. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a crease. It's Frazier. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football. Today, another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
He's got it out to the 37. remaining 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Humphries. Oh, he's got some space. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He'll get rid of it. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Rush cut. Hot, and they got him at the 29.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds him out of the backfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good, easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here.
There's a live football. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Takes the handoff. It's Diggs. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Got it behind the line. It's high. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And he's still running after the move. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. To throw, it's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Smashes throws it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun. And turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down here for the offense. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete to the right. Go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to give him... chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. That's caught. It's Young. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's close to the first. They're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent result. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Open space at the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Under fire, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 21 to USC. Just week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Got his man down the middle.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is when that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. He'll keep it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. They'll leave it with him. He is nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they'll make a big play for this defense.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bell. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, man. They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. They are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. This offense has it with really good field position. There he goes.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Fires deep toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The sure hands, it's Bell. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. he missed it. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense
breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we look pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Alexander. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team